Hey guys, today we're just going to go over Smart Mask. It should be a really quick video. I'm just going to show you on the robes. You'll be able to apply these to the rest of the clothing later. So, Smart Mask, we've already done a Smart Mask here, which is a bit of dirt around the bottom of the base. I think we'll just want to add a bit more dirt. So, open up your robe. Now, like I said before, have them in our separate sections, your materials here, details here. You may need to add details into the materials afterwards. Depends on if you want them to be specific to your poly groups, your color groups, or specific to just over the whole lot altogether. So we'll do one that's just over the top. So in your details folder, let's add a fill layer. Let's call it dirt. I'm going to call it dirt 2 because I've already got dirt. As you notice, it comes in as a white. Go in there and turn off your height, normal, roughness, and metallic. Now that gives you just the white colouring there. I think I want to give it. Let's start with black so we can definitely see where the colouring is going to go. So. In your shelf, go to the Smart Materials. Now you just want to go through your Smart Materials and find some that may do what you're looking for. So let's try this one. That adds let's see, how much is that really adding there? So if you turn everything else off, you'll see how much it's actually adding. So let's, to edit it, click on your second box up here and you'll be able to get the mask editor. Blur will blur it out, so you see stuff happening there. Global enhance will make it stronger. Contrast will also make that sharper. We've got two different textures here in this one. So we don't want an overly dirty robe. So what we want to do is in your parameters, probably bring that down to maybe 0.4. And the blur, just give it a bit of a dust blur there. And from there, let's go back over to your material, your fill layer, and change that fill layer color to some sort of brown. It's going to be just like dirt, but we want a bit of a darker dirt. So that'll add those extra layers there to the dirt. Probably want that a bit darker still. Try and match the other one a bit. Let's close it off. So we've got a grungy, dirty look going on here. So I'm creating this character as battle worn. So like without that, it's just standard cloth shading. The cloth's actually a little bit dirty itself. I'll put this over here. Now I'm going to turn this one here off, and as you notice that this here dirt now. Does it cover? Let's turn everything off so you can see where it actually covers. See how it covers in here? It's covering along that extra. It's covering in the red zone there. Now, if we want that to go to just the green, adding a color mask does not work. It does nothing. It just changes the whole thing. That's not what we want to do, because what happened here is it's just deleted the mask editor that was in there. We don't want to do that. So to get this into just the green section, which is the inner robes here, I'm going to just drag this down inside my folder. It's a separate folder. And then from that folder there up the top, we're going to make sure that everything inside that folder is applying to the mask, the green. So now when we turn all of this here off, apart from the dirt, just turn the fabric off. I'm going to turn the other fabric off too, and then the color. It no longer goes into that red. That's because we've got it inside our folder, which the folder is color selected. We cannot change this here to make it itself color selected, but the folder can be. And then whatever's in that folder is color selected to that color. So that's how we go through and add them separately. If it's just an overall one, we can leave it all the way at the top, because that will just go over all of your colors in the subsections and so forth. So we've just got the dirt from this bit here on the actual material, and the dirt down the bottom is the dirt that covers all of it, that's covering it all over. Alright. Now for adding scratches, let's demonstrate on the shoulder armor. Now we have the shoulder armor as, I've got the shoulders here into a couple of different sections here. Let's say I want the steel. Let's fold these out. So steel plates. Steel plates, and let's put those steel plates into the steel plates folder. Now we have, well, let's just trim. Sorry, I copied them from the boots, and that's base leather. Now we can change this one to leather. Now I want scratches to possibly go onto the base leather. So we're going to add a fill layer and drag it into the base leather folder. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to make these scratches black, and let's leave those in there for now. We need to go through and find a scratches or some sort of edge damage. So do we have a scratch? So we've got edge scratches, subtle scratches. Let's try this stain scratches, and let's add that into the. We add it into the fill layer, and then we'll add in those scratches here. You see, that's just come in to adjust the base material here. Now in the mask settings, we can give that a blur, give it a bit of a darker look there. So now we've got some worn scratches happening there on the shoulder armor. That looks right. Now in the material section, if you scroll down to height, you can dig those in or out. So I'm going to go with a bit of a minus here. Let's go minus 0.05, and that's just cut that material in there. See, it's got all the scratches and dents in there. Now, if we work on the mask editor from here, if we smooth that out, it's going to retain those indentations. This here is going to crisp it up to make it sharper, or so you can leave a contrast. Let's leave it as what it was. We can go into the balance and just push that right up, and it's like very worn and damaged, or bring that down further to just have a few little scratches in there. I'm liking that around there. I think that looks really great for worn, damaged look of the shoulders. A bit more up here than what there is down there, but that's fine. You could probably what's this here? Sorry, just bumped off my shoulders. Now it's looking pretty good there. The same can be done with the with the steel. So if we have the steel that's on the top here, let's create this a folder named base steel. We're going to put that in here. Now we can make another fill layer and have that as. Let's go on over the rest of them because we haven't done this yet. This one here, the base steel, we want to give it a color of that. So now it only affects that. Remember, when you're working with a mask, you need to have a folder. Now with those scratches, we can add in some of these scratches here. And as you see, it's added in a lot more scratches. I think I want these scratches to be black like the other ones. And we're going to go inverse on these. So let's do it minus again, so minus 0.05. And let's have a look at this mask. And we need to strengthen that global contrast a bit. So that gives you the look now of it being worn around there. And that's purely only on the layer that's in that folder. Okay. I don't know if do I like those scratches? Not sure. Maybe we try these ones instead. So now with these ones, let's. That may have done something. Oh, there we go. We've got a bit of a wear level here going on. Yeah, I like that one. We'll go back to the original ones, which was this one here. I like that one, although it is probably a bit too high. So let's maybe blow that out a bit, maybe, or just reduce the global balance to 0.65. There we go. That looks probably a little bit better. So we're getting that those worn looks there, and you just get that that damage in there through the smart masks. Alright. Hopefully that helps a few people to get damage sort of look on your leather, clothing, armor, dirt, dust. It's pretty simple. So smart masks, very powerful. Use them as much as you can. Don't go overboard, or else it may look too much. Like if I go in there and I'm like, so this shoulder armor here. Let's go to the one with the base leather. This fill layer here. Let's actually call that scratches, so we know what it is. If we go in here and then we just grab that and rip that up like heaps, that's a bit too much, I think. I'll just go back a bit. If you are also finding that you can change the roughness of that. You can also change the metallicness of that. And you can also just on the fly change the color as well. So if you want a more white or drained, washed out, so like that there, you go with that. I just want to go with this for now. Alright, I'll see you in the next video, guys.